African woman, confident woman, a special woman, beautiful woman. I cannot deny African women, they strong. She's on fire. She's a blessing for my boo. A cultural woman. She is a royal woman. A loving and caring mother. Hey, Mama Africa. She did for Zambia. She did for Zimbabwe. She did for Senegal. Hey, Mama Africa. Black is beautiful. You know, what a beauty to behold. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. So adorable, you know, what a beauty to behold. African woman, confident woman, special woman, beautiful woman. I'm loving her vibing. Beautiful woman, she is enticing. She is enticing. Strong African woman, she is the full package. Very special woman, a special kind of body with a heaven's package. Liberia, Rwanda, Nigeria, Uganda, Africa, Mama Africa, Tanzania, Madagascar, Kenya, South Africa, Ethiopia, Namibia. We no forget Algeria, Ghana, Somalia, Angola. Black is beautiful, so beautiful.
What's it, y'all? Please share the video for us. That is what I'm doing right now.
Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. So adorable, you know. What a beauty to behold. African woman, confident woman, a special woman, beautiful woman.
Jack Stops mixing. We are fire music. We are fire music.
African woman, confident woman, a special woman, beautiful woman. I cannot deny African women, they strong. She's on fire. She's a blessing for my boo. A cultural woman. She is a royal woman. A loving and caring mother. Hey, Mama Africa. She did for Zambia. She did for Zimbabwe. She did for Senegal. Hey, Mama Africa. Black is beautiful. So beautiful. So adorable, you know. What a beauty to behold. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. So adorable, you know. What a beauty to behold. African woman, confident woman, a special woman, beautiful woman. I'm loving her vibing. Beautiful woman, she is enticing. She is enticing. Strong African woman, she is a full package. Very special woman, a special kind of body with a heaven's package. Liberia, Rwanda, Nigeria, Uganda, Africa, Mama Africa, Tanzania, Madagascar, Kenya, South Africa, Ethiopia, Namibia. We no forget Algeria, Ghana, Somalia, Angola. Black is beautiful, so beautiful, so adorable, you know. What a beauty to behold. Black is beautiful, black is beautiful, so adorable, you know. What a beauty to behold. African woman, confident woman, a special woman, beautiful woman.
Jack Stops mixing. We are fire music.
Okay. Good evening. It's 7 p.m. already. Wow, the day is gone. Good evening. My name is Grace Goa. I am the president of Liberian Women Advocacy Network International Lawani. I'm also a member founder of Legacy Holding Foundation. And this is Split Talk, the Ninth Generation. This platform is for Lawani women. Every Sunday, we come here at 7 p.m. to talk social issues, things that are on our minds that we want to share, that you can benefit from. And we try to learn from you all as well. So continue to put in your comments and stuff. We're going to be reading them and sharing them with you and learning from you as you learn from us. When we come here, we do research before we come here and speak to you on things that matters to us and also would be your concern. Happy July 4th. Today is actually July 4th. The celebration begins tomorrow. I would like to say, happy July 4th. Thank God for America. Happy Independence Day. Some people, still saying that things happen and this independence is not for us and everything. People still got some grievances, but at the end of the day, we thank God that we are in the land of the free and we have opportunity to do things our way and have that freedom to share these things with other people and not be judged or not be, beaten or not lose our freedom of speech, whether they're hearing it or not. At least we can speak what we want to speak. So I will bring in Vera in for her to introduce herself.
Good evening. My name is Vera Addy, Vice President for Liberian Women Advocacy Network International. We say thank you for watching. As always, like we tell you, we appreciate your viewership. We appreciate your support. We appreciate you sharing the video, and we appreciate you taking out your time every Sunday evening to come and listen to us. And so we say happy Independence Day to us all here. And let's not take this freedom for granted, because all over the world there are other places where people are still fighting for just the freedom to speak. And here we have the freedom to speak our minds and speak on the topics that are meaningful to us and meaningful to our audience. And so again, we say thank you and happy independence.
Yeah, happy independence to you guys. So today our topic is actually the little things that matter. Today is independence. So, those little things. Some people say, oh, still, they're not going to appreciate it because of whatsoever that went on from the beginning of the world, from the beginning of the founding of America. A lot of things went on, slavery. People were treated badly and everything. But, as we say, the little things that matter, at least in this day and age. Our forefathers had died. They suffered and other heritage, like other races went through a lot of stuff. And I mean, at least today we find ourselves here. I can't even imagine me living back then in the century that people went through hell. I don't know how we're going to even survive it. But I thank God that I'm in this day and age that, our forefathers suffered and at least we can reap a little bit of freedom. We can own our own stuff. We can work for our own money and everything. So what does the little things in life that matters? What does the little things in life mean? So appreciating the little things in your life means that you focus your attention on what nurtures and sustains you in your life. You focus on the attention of what nurtures and sustains you in your life, on everything that brings you even the smallest amount of pleasure. It also means practicing gratitude, appreciating what is around you, fresh water coming from the pump you can take by with shower. Some people don't have that, especially from where we come from. Some people never seen showers. Some children were born, they never seen water run from pump. So those little things that don't mean nothing, it will mean a word and a half to other people who never experienced it in their lifetime. And they might never even experience it in this entire lifetime, because not everybody will have that opportunity. Where our country is right now, we don't know how far it will go before light and water getting all the counties that in Liberia. They got some people that live in the interior. I came here and told so many stories that I went to different counties in Liberia. I went to Buchanan and I saw some things that the way people live is so poor that and we who was opportune and had the opportunity to come to this land of the free, and we can always go back home and come back, and we always can help other people. We should be grateful because those things, it matters. Those little things, they matter. If we observe children, right? You see children, they go outside, they play. Sometimes the smallest little thing, you getting a candy bar, they're so happy for it. We all went through that situation because we all were once children, and we went through that situation where we were appreciated of everything, even the little hugs that our parents gave us, the little love they show. We wanted it, Like me, I always used to like my mom to give me a hug and kiss me on my cheek or something and hug me. I used to really like that. I crave for that. When she was traveling out of the country, and it took some time before she came back. As soon as I see her coming back, even crying, because then my mind said, "I mean, but Grace, what are you crying for?" I was going, you were crying. I come here again, you crying. But those little things that children appreciate. If adults could think about those little things that children appreciate, they are so happy to get a kiss, a small piece of chocolate, jumping in a pool. They see water. Some children appreciate it. Most children appreciate it, and some children don't have it. You see the guys on their train, they will never experience swimming pool. So those little things, but as adults, however, in our quest to accomplish things, we often forget about the little things that's supposed to matter. We focusing on oh yeah, what, I won't buy a house. And even look at the celebrities, and the people got big, huge houses. Some of them got houses in 4 or 5 different states. Nobody living inside. They just houses, they're just there. Sometimes once a year or maybe once every 2 years, they won't go out on vacation. They go and stay in those houses. And we accumulate all these things. And the little things that just walking in the park, getting that fresh air and seeing green grass, we don't appreciate it. Got people in prison that wish that they were out here just walking the streets. I know when I say people in prison, people say, oh yeah, but they send us in prison. But some people in prison, they were saying they said that. They got innocent people in prison that wish they were out here just to sit in the backyard and enjoy the beauty of God's nature. But we've seen those things we would realize it, we are experiencing it every day. But those little things we don't even appreciate it because we're so focused on getting those big things in life, that we do not appreciate the little things, that you are alive and you are healthy. You are not sick. Look at that lady who explained her story on Liberian News Agency, how they took her 2 children from her, and she's suffering to take her breath, to even breathe. And going through the story, I just diagnosed that the reason why that woman went through that sickness was they gave her the wrong drug for tuberculosis, and she took it over and over, and that drug messed her heart up. I don't think she went there, she was not feeling well because they couldn't diagnose her. They couldn't diagnose her because of the healthcare system. They really couldn't diagnose what was going on with her. They gave her a drug that destroyed her, and is destroying her right now. I pray that she gets well. But those little things, when you have the hospital here, you can go there and speak with your doctor, your primary care doctor. You can go to do your physical. People in other countries, they don't know what they call physical. They only go to the hospital when they're sick. Those little things, if we appreciate it, it would mean a lot to us. Ray can come in.
Yes, we always classify some of those things as little things, but those things, even though we see it as little, they are very big in their own way. They carry a lot of weight. It's a lot of things that we take for granted because we consider certain things like, oh, that's just nothing, that's just a little thing. Oh, just that little small thing making her mad. Oh, that thing that just small thing, man, leave that thing alone. And we take it for granted. We take certain things in our life and we classify it as or we categorize it as little things. But those little things, they can make us or break us. So for example, peace of mind. Most of the time people take peace of mind for granted. And peace of mind, if you don't have peace of mind, you can actually go insane. You can actually go crazy and have to be admitted into a mental institution. The breath that we breathe every day, people consider it a little thing. But do you know the power that your breath has just for you to inhale and exhale? Do you know the kind of strength that is behind the breath that you breathe? You don't even know because we're not seeing it. The breath is not something that we see because it's God-given. It's God who breathed it into our body. And so we don't even know the quantity of oxygen that God breathed into our bodies, and we take it for granted. Here it is during the corona season in Liberia, and you have people running out of natural oxygen and they can't even breathe. They're running out of oxygen, trying to refill the oxygen tank, and they can't even find enough oxygen to give to the people that are gasping for air, and people that are losing their lives because they are getting suffocated for the lack of air. And here we are, don't even know the quantity of air that God breathed into our body when he breathed into man's nostril. We don't even know the quantity of air that he breathed in us, and we take it for granted. And we consider it a little thing. I mean, something like breath, we shouldn't even take for granted. We shouldn't even categorize it as a little thing, because how can it be little when it is the very thing that sustains us from day to day, year in, year out? It sustains us all the way till we are old. That breath that sustains some people until they are 98, until they go past 100. And there is no refilling in our oxygen tank when it comes to the breath that God put in your body to say you're running out of oxygen. God needs to come and rebreathe some more oxygen in your body so that you can come back to yourself. So we should be appreciative. Like when you open your eyes, you got eyes to see in the morning. You know, some people are blind. They never saw from the day of birth. They don't even know what the world look like. They don't even know what colors look like. They don't even know what structures look like. They just have to imagine it in their mind and conceive it in their mind. So their mind have become their eyes. And here we are with eyes, and we just focus on the wrong thing. We use our eyes to focus on the wrong things because we are not appreciative of our eyes. We take our eyes for granted and think our eye is just a little thing. Just body mobility. If we look at us as humans, just our body mobility, some people don't even have that. And yeah, we are taking it for granted. So, and on so many other things in life that we take for granted, we take our families for granted, we take our friends for granted, we take our children for granted, we take our spouses for granted. And when you take things or when you take people for granted, that means you are considering them as a little thing. They are not that meaningful to you. Whatever that is not meaningful to you, whatever you reduce the value of, you consider a little thing. Because if something is not considered a little thing to you, if something is of value to you, the value that is required for that thing, you will put that value on it. And that is what we want to talk about this evening. There's so many things going on in the world now. Our friends are dying. Our families are dying. I mean, our co-workers, people who we know, neighbors, people are just losing their lives over simple things, especially our brothers and sisters in Liberia. I mean, like Grace explained about the Liberian News Agency, we all watched it when he brings the story and stuff like that. And we see the mass suffering that is going on with our brothers and sisters. Some of those things are just, we consider it as simple things, as small things. Or, you know, the small things, they can't even solve the problem in Liberia. You know, common headache, we will refer to it as, oh, that's just a common headache. Or that's just common cold killing the people. But is it that common? Is it that little? The category that we're putting it to say, oh, it was just common cold that killed that woman, or it was just malaria, or it was just headache because lack of that. Is it just that? Is it just that? Or are we to focus more on the things that we are considering little things? Are we to put more emphasis on it and pay attention to it and be aware of it? And so that's what we're here to express about today.
All right, Rod, thank you. I think I'm having like a little technical difficulty because of the internet. Is like that fluctuation. Waiting, you can hear me?
I can hear you, but it's just that your photo is a little bit fuzzy, but I think we're good.
Yeah, okay. So I would just people just listen to me. Don't mind the photo. You already know who I am. So most of us we long for the weekend, like Vera was saying. And I like to say I know Vera said little things are not little things, but in life we consider them little things. So we long for the weekend, and then when the weekend comes, then we feel to enjoy it. You know, oh, I want a weekend to come. Yeah, I want a weekend to come. But are you making use of your weekend when it comes? Are you trying to get out there and maybe do some charity work, or maybe go and look for that long-time friend that you haven't seen in a while, or maybe just make a telephone call, or maybe just come to the function that people having to raise money and be a part of it? Those little things are the part of life that will make you feel better when you get older and God is about to call you, even when you're young and you figure out maybe you're not well and stuff and you get sick. Maybe you think you're coming to die, and those little things that you think were little that you did, it helps to sustain you to transition over to the other side. So you're longing for the weekend came, and you have a beautiful weekend, and you just decide to stay in slumber all day. You get up in the morning, you say, oh, I'm just gonna lay down. And sometimes it's nice to rest yourself, but make sure your day come. Those little things, those little things, like a small thing, like a compliment, where you can give somebody, say, oh, you look nice today. Some people just don't even want to say when somebody look nice. If somebody had done something good, they don't even want to say it. They don't even want to recognize it, because they want it to be them, and they don't want nobody else to accomplish anything. And people like that will never accomplish nothing major, because those little things, like just complimenting somebody and say, oh, you look nice today, or what you did in your advocacy work is shine out today, or your smile is beautiful, or thank you for working along with me. Those little things that you think is nothing, it brings somebody's spirit up. People lost their family member. You pick up the phone instead of you be on Facebook. Oh, sorry, on the post. You pick up the phone, especially when you're close to that person, and you call them and say, oh, hello, I saw on Facebook that your family member died, but I was just calling you for you to hear my voice, for me to sympathize with you. Those little things, you would think that it meant nothing to that person, but it means the whole world to them. Somebody going in the bank, you coming out of the bank, and you open the door for them to pass. Those little things. Some people, they coming out, you going in, soon they see you, they just leave the door, swing straight in your face. No, they can't say no, nothing like respect. Those little things, because those little things in life are all that matters. When you die, you're leaving everything here. The things that you're fighting for out there. Oh yeah, living in mansion. You can see some people on Facebook. Yeah, you can't see my house. I got this and I got that, but still, most of you are not even happy where you are. You're going through pain because the little things in life, you're not even trying to appreciate it. For you to even appreciate the bigger things that you have, because if you're not appreciated, or you are not grateful, or you don't have respect because you have all these things, you're not going to be happy, and you don't have no courtesy towards other people. You are not going to be happy in the things that you do. And most time, people who find themselves not even recognizing people and maybe trying to compliment people in things that they do, they too will never accomplish. They will never accomplish what they want to accomplish, because they were not even able to tell somebody that they did well. Those little things, you are going to the gym, the day break, you just open the window, you see the fresh, bright light in your face. Those little things, you say, oh, Father, I thank you for today. We only choose to concentrate and discuss our rude boss to the office. You get our rude man there. Now, you can talk about those things, because sometimes it happens to you, but don't make it your focus. Focus on the better thing at the job instead of you focusing on the rudeness of the boss. Those little things that, I don't care about her rudeness. God will put her in her place, or God will put her in her place. But I even just think I was able to drive in my car to kind of sit down here and work today. Those little things. You got meal. You're made from fresh. You go to the restaurant and somebody make the meal for you. Bring it, although you're paying your money. You tell the waitress, oh, thank you. But the idea you paying. Soon the person put the food and got some, what kind of food should I can put yourself? Look at it. That the thing I ordered there, why in there 1 year you start to complain? Somebody has served you that food. Some people will never in this world experience somebody serving them food, because they can't even afford it. They don't live in a location that will ever have them to have that opportunity to experience being in a restaurant and being served by somebody else. Those little things. And you say thank you to the person, although you pay and you tipping them money, but you say thank you. That one thing I admire for my little daughter. Renelsa is 19. She's going to be 20 on July 24th. But she showed me so much. She had taught me a lot in her young years. We go to the nail salon together, and the people do my nails. And as soon as I think about complaining, I can think about her. That, oh, God, if I complain, she'll say, I complain. She said, Mommy, just, let them do the nails. Just tell the lady, okay, I don't like it this way. I like it this way. Don't complain. And then she said, because it's not that they're doing it, you paying them, means that they have to do it. So you paying them, but you still need to be grateful. And she said, you have to tip them. I said, but I already pay my home rent. Already I can't pay home rent $15. Why am I going to tip them? She said, because it's the right thing to do. Those little things. Because you're being grateful to somebody, God will allow somebody else to be grateful to you. God will allow your door to open, regardless whether you pay for the service. Regardless whether you pay for the service. Learn to appreciate 2 or 3 meals that you have every day. Some people can only eat 1 meal a day. I was in that condition before. on the refugee camp. Well, I only ate in the afternoon around 1 o'clock. I give me my rest. Was about to give my sister cook. My sister used to cook. We thank you very much, Dana Curtis. She used to cook very well. I will let Bunny when she put it inside. When she finished cooking her soup, you would think they got car meat inside. And she would send my own food to my live one room, T70 that I used to live. T70 my nephew, grandpa can you bring my food centigrade. Yeah, one of food mommy saying, I said, okay, bring it. I will eat that food. Look, just to say I eating chicken with barbecue, everything without bunny and that tobacco that all in it. Because I just used to appreciate that I even have food to eat. Those little things, and they have some people here in the state, they did not appreciate that they were getting 3 meals a day. So you have to be thankful. Those little things that you think that is nothing because it's just supposed to be normal that you deserve to have it, you don't deserve to have it. God gave you the opportunity to have it. So you have to appreciate those little things. You got access to clean water 24/7. Some people still thinking about dirty water. Each all on their skin, they're scratching as they take bath. But you got fresh water running through your faucet, and you come and talk about what? America? Those little things, America did not owe you anything. It was a blessing for you to come here. So you have to appreciate that and say, you know what, a lot of things going on, although there is a lot of racism and discrimination in this country, but at least I can get on the table with clear water. You know, we'll still fight, we'll still be the ones to advocate against these things, but still, I still appreciate those little things because some people do not have that. In their own country, they do not have freedom of speech. They go and speak something wrong and they go and talk about it, they get killed. You see, so those little things. You buy gift for other people, you praise them for everything. You know, they got some people like me, I will praise people about everything. Oh, that person is so nice. And I started to withdraw it. And I decided, I said, I will not withdraw it. The people will not take away my quality that God gave me. And you were telling, oh, you're looking so nice, and this and that. Good work if they have done something, and you forget to treat yourself, and you forget to see your own worth. You know, although you can always praise people that are doing this and that, but you have to learn to see your own worth because I worth a lot. So I have to see my own worth, and I know why I worth. You know, so things like that, those little things is important for you as a person. You know, if you can come in.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, you know, my son, he has a habit of every minute he will run, oh mommy, I love you. I mean, he will love me 100 times in a day. I love you, I love you. He'll come back and say, okay. I'll be quiet and say, okay. How many times you gonna tell me you love me? You tell me the same thing over and over. You call me to work, you tell me I can't home, you tell me I'm sleeping, you can't, you tell me let it be so now. And you know, and one day the Holy Spirit had to rebuke me about it, you know, because I started to not appreciate, like you said, those little things, you know. I started to not, I don't know if I was not appreciative of it, but it just started to become overwhelming for me, you know. And I said, but let it be so now. You don't have to say it all the time. I've heard it, you know, it's okay. I know now how you feel. But then the Holy Spirit rebuked me about it. And one day I was calling holy late, but after he told me, I was sitting on myself, people can't rest. I love you, mommy. And this and that, I'm calling. And the Holy Spirit said, you know what? There are some people who don't even have children. There are some people who are sitting crying for children and wish they had a child to run and give them just a hug and say, I love you. You know, why are you quarreling? Why are you quarreling? Why are you getting mad? Appreciate it. And when I got rebuked, I stopped that. I stopped it completely. Every time mommy cannot get a hug, whether I was tired, I would stretch out my arms and give him a hug. Those little things, they're meaningful because you never know. Like I said, we consider them little things, but we don't know the power they carry when we don't have it. When you don't have it in your life, you don't know the weight of the little things. Little things are powerful. And that is why we have to engage with the little things. That is why we cannot take the little things for granted. Like Grace said, just getting up and going for a walk. You know, when I was much younger and I was not married, I was living by myself. My sister and I, we used to live together. I had a habit that every evening, especially when it's during the summertime, I like night air. Hello? Oh, I thought the camera went off because I saw the advertisement. So I'm the type of person, I like the evening breeze. I like night air. So Around 7 o'clock every evening, between 7:30 and 8 o'clock, I always get in the car. I roll all my windows down, back and front windows, and I just go on the highway for a drive and just let the air just flood in the car. It brings me comfort, it brings me calm, it brings me peace of mind. And I would drive for like 30, 45 minutes and then come home just experiencing that fresh air. Those little things. For some reason, I love it. It is calming. It's beautiful. It is peaceful. And that's one of the things that I like to do, just get in the car. Even my son, he was telling me the other day, he said, Mommy, when are we going to go in the car for a drive? Just get in the car and go for a drive. I said, well, it's too hot right now. We have to do it in the evening when the sun has gone down, and then we'll get in the car and go on the highway and just get some fresh, beautiful air that called me. But those little things are meaningful. Just getting up and going for a walk. Just even if you don't go for a walk, go out on your balcony, get some fresh air. Like me, I just came from the garden. And I was telling Grace, I told my son, we've been here, we've been doing some stuff, and I just said, you know what, it's July 4th. It's freedom. A lot of people around the world don't even have the little thing like freedom. They don't even have it. The freedom to even experience any kind of nature, they don't have it. Some people are living in hiding, that they can't even come outside to experience fresh air or sunshine. And we went to the garden. The garden is beautiful. They got nature, plants and animals and stuff like that. We didn't get to explore the whole garden. I told him I would take him back there tomorrow. But those little things, those little things are big things, because at the end of life, or when you're old and frail and you can't get out to take a walk anymore, you can't get out to jog, or you can't just get out and go on your balcony to sit down, or you can't do the things you want to do, or like me, when you're old, you can't even get behind the steering to drive, to go out on the highway to get some fresh air or night air or evening air. When you can't do it no more, what do you have to sit back and reminisce on? So it's those little things that when you're frail and you can't do it no more, it's those little things that you're going to sit back in your rocking chair as an old lady, if you have a rocking chair, and be rocking, be thinking about those little things that you did, and explain to your grandchildren and great-grandchildren. If you are fortunate for God to give you long life, you're going to have the opportunity to explain to them what life is all about, because life is about those little things. Life is not only about big things. Big things are big, but little things are very impactful. They make a lot of impact, and they leave a lot of imprint in our lives and on our hearts and on our minds. So we must all engage in those little things. Peace of mind, a good friendship, having a conversation, picking up the phone and talking with somebody, just laughing alone. Just that little thing. The Bible says laughter is good medicine for the soul. Some people don't even have peace of mind. They don't even have anybody to laugh with. Laughter, the simple thing as laughter, some people cannot even experience it with anybody. Because some people are in such turmoil situations and turbulent situations. Some people are in all kinds of places and all kinds of things going on. Just the simple thing as a smile or as a laughter, they cannot even experience it. So we must not take it for granted. I think it is time we must all look into ourselves, and see what is there and experience life. Like we had a live here one time, and I said that the Holy Spirit has spoken to me one time and said there was something going on, and he said, live while you are alive. And he was referring to those little things. Live while you are alive. It means that there will come a time that you will not be alive. It's not that you will not be living. You will be living, but you will not be alive. Be alive meaning that you're too old to experience those things you experienced when you were young. But at least you will have those memories, like I said, to fall back on.
All right, thank you, Vera. And we just want to share something with you guys quickly. Those little things, as we discussed, we are Liberian Women Advocacy Network International. We are the advocacy group that have results. We are the advocacy group that have results. Everything we do prosper. So we had a case with this lady that went through a domestic violence incident, and her eye was taken out. We were able to take her to Ghana, and she was able to get her prosthetic eye. Right now, her case is in court, and we are still behind it until we see results. And we also have another case, although it has nothing to do with our goals and visions or what we do with Liberian Women Advocacy Network International, but we were able to see this case on Liberian News Agency Charles Taway, and we're able to take that case on our wings. It's been a rough time. Those little things. We had cried about it. We discussed it for hours and hours. We solicited for help everywhere. And God said, those little things that 1,000 years is like a day. 1,000 years is like a day before God. And those little things, when God tells us to wait on his own time, we got frustrated. Sometimes we were wondering why is it the people weren't donating, but they donate to other stupid causes, but they don't donate to things that really matter. This boy is dying. His mother had just lost her life, and they were not donating. And God said, look, I know how I plan this thing because I see the master plan. I have the master plan in my hand. I hold all things in my hand. So those little things. And then all of a sudden we were able to get together with a company in United Kingdom that wanted to help us with Charles Taway or GoFundMe. And they wanted to make sure they tell his story so he could get money in that GoFundMe. Because I think that king was just stuck now to one, I think $4,000 or $5,000. And we're trying to raise over $21,000. And as God could have it, we work with the organization in UK, and we were working day and night with them. At least 50 to 70 emails and hundreds of text messages later, we got a video out there that Charles Taway, I'm about to play, that Charles Taway is finally going to get the help that he needs. I'm going to share that information with you guys because it's very important that people see these things. And that when you're doing something in this life, I want to welcome Brittany and Tattoo to the live. When you're doing something in this life, don't give up because you're not in the crowd. Because God separate us from other people. There's a reason why. Don't give up because he has a time and he has a place. When he get ready for these things to happen, he will make sure that it happens. So, and this is the, let me see. I am about to share. 1 second. I want to share oh God. Okay, let me see here. You see? Let me add this to the screen. That's our advertisement. I will remove it again. Remove. Okay. And stop this sharing. Now I'm about to share Charles Taway's story so you can see. And if you want to be a blessing, you can go ahead and be a blessing. We're still looking to raise more money because we want for Charles Taway's life to change totally. We want his life to be changed totally. And mean that as he go through the surgery, he will come back and have a good place to stay and good food to eat. Oops. Yeah, so there where we are. I want you to watch this quickly. It's just a phone.
You see, and the pass around. I feel bad. Very, very bad. Very lack normality.
It can be heavy for me to us. It can be heavy to most.
That mass on her leg is pretty close to 5 kg. The tumor has already destroyed the right leg, so it will require a surgeon.
I want you to have surgery. And when you have the surgery, I'll be pleased.
You see?
16-year-old Charles has neurofibromatosis, a genetic condition which causes tumors to grow along his nerves.
When Charles was born, did you notice anything different?
No, I didn't notice anything in that. But after months, I could just see a black man like one blaze on.
As Charles grew, a tumor developed on his right leg, and his family were desperate to find out what was wrong.
At my age 5, I started seeing my legs are getting big.
I wish more and more. I even visited the local hospital and they told me, they said, no, we cannot do anything. And we were able to go there. I carried hospital before the Ebola. But when I got there, the doctor that came to look at it, they said they couldn't wipe on him. The kid was too big for them.
Last year, at the age of 15, Charles finally saw a pediatrician who was able to diagnose his case as neurofibromatosis type 1. But Charles's life had already been severely affected by his condition.
It can be heavy for me to cause it can be heavy to most. I can't go to school. It can be hard to play around my friends.
And as much as his father tries to protect him, Charles receives judgment when he leaves the house.
It is so embarrassing. So embarrassing. The little children, when they come, they see and they will pass along. Some children can be afraid when they see the phone. I feel bad. Very, very bad. They lack normality. So how do you go about doing things?
Today, local charity workers are taking Charles to see his doctor for a checkup.
My name is Dr. G. Chokon Riches. I am a pediatrician. I have been seeing Charles for about 7-8 months. I think the leg has gotten bigger over the course of the time we first saw him. It has become more plexiform, meaning it has folded upon itself even more than what it was when we first met him last year. That mass on that leg is pretty close to 5 kg. The tumor has already destroyed the right leg, and the leg has twisted posteriorly. Surgery is one of the options in treating this condition, but where we find ourselves in Liberia, we don't have a surgeon who can handle such case. It requires a bigger facility where there are more specialist doctors. Out there could be chances. There are a lot of specialized surgeons out there that can handle these things. There are some hospitals that are specifically catering to those kind of patients.
The local charity helping Charles have set up a GoFundMe page to raise money to send him to a specialist surgeon in the Ivory Coast. And Charles's father is not giving up hope.
As in the war, those are watching this frame to help me to remove this thing on my son for. I want you to have surgery. And when you have the surgery, I'll be pleased.
And Charles has his own hopes for a brighter future, with his father's full support.
For 18 months, I won't get my own shop to be doing the teaching work. I'll be happy to go around my friends. But me won't be the happiness on earth.
So God gave me son, so I'm going to be proud. Anything that God gives you, you have to be proud. He's still my son, and he will be my son. My hope is when this is removed, he will help me. He will help Liberia. He will help Africa. He will help the world.
Okay, let me remove this. Every time I see this, every time I see Charles' video, every time I see him talk, or every time I talk to him on the phone, I usually will cry. Fira will be the one to be there for me. Fira, I want to say thank you through this joining. Since we had Charles Towers' case, we have been begging Liberians because we all are Liberians. I don't know Charles from anywhere. If you don't know Charles, and we have been trying to help this kid for almost a year. And Lawani, Liberian Women Advocacy Network International, we got this story from Liberian News Agency, and they call us to the story. For some reason, they knew about us. They call us to the story. And we decided, although we help rape victims and domestic violence victims, we decided that we would not allow Charles to suffer like that. And his father said people came was trying to help him and they would just back off. But we said with God Almighty, we're going to help Charles. And we have been trying with him, taking him to the hospital. He's been seeing a doctor. Aspen Medical is no easy clinic. Every time he goes to Aspen Medical, we spend over $600 just for him to see the doctor and for them to get him medications and stuff. We spend $600 just for him to go through that every time he goes there. And then getting him there and back and forth is no easy thing. But finally, God was able to send strangers, because the people from United Kingdom, they're not from any part of Africa. They are from the West. And they saw the story. They said they couldn't just let it go. And they contacted us and they have been working with us. When the documentary hit on Saturday, we raised $18,000. Now it's over $22,000. We want to change Charles Towers' life. That money is for the hospital and the surgery. But any money over that will be able to settle him after he comes from abroad, or he comes from Ivory Coast or abroad after he does the surgery. We want to settle him in a whole new place. He wants to be an electrician. We want to make sure he has that. We want to make sure that Charles Tower be trained to be an electrician because that's his dream, you know. And we are so happy. We are so happy. The Liberian Women Advocacy Network International, we are so happy because we have had concert online for this. We have gotten into people inboxes for this. Some people block us for sending this thing to their inboxes. But when God said that he's going to do something, you will never know how he would do it. He would just do it some way. And this is the way. Charles Tower life is about to change. Charles Tower, for some reason, I just had some connection with him. We all, Vera and myself, God, we've been working here and here to this thing. And we have a connection with him. But every time I just hear his voice, even on the phone, I start to cry because I just wanted to see his life change. And his life is about to change. Those little things, you have a kid like Charles Tower. Charles Tower is going to be 17 years old. And your son is walking, going to school, coming, don't have any sicknesses. And you don't even appreciate that. But look at Charles Tower. His father is still proud and say, you know what? I will stick behind him because he's my son. This poor mother died from that disease. While we were taking his kids, last year in 2020, his mother passed away in July, right, Vera? Yes, from the same disease because there was nobody to help her. Nobody. And in our country, the people are not willing to help people like those. It's true because we even put it on the internet, and even the people in the diaspora that are Liberians, they never came to help. Only one Liberian woman that really stood up. They have a lot of Liberians that donated what they have, the widow's mite. Few of them donated. But the main people that were seeking to bring their kids to light, they refused to even bring us on the platform. That's how Liberians love one another. What a shame. But another person from another country that's not even your skin color, but we say the white people are racist. They took this case and they decided to exploit, and they decided to burn it up. As we speak, over 30,000 people already watched this video. And the money you've been raising is going to raise up. I'm sure it's going to raise higher than what we expected. And Charles Tower life is going to change forever. Those little things. I am so proud of Liberian Women Advocacy Network International. Our accomplishments are so huge. I mean, every case we touch, we executed to the end. We just don't come on Facebook and talk back. No, we make sure we deal with the people to the end. Even during this time of COVID, all our cases we reach out to our people, make sure they are okay, make sure we send them something to have so they can protect themselves, make sure we provide food for them, and that's what we do. I am so proud of Liberian Women Advocacy. I'm proud of you. Because at the end of the day, you and me, we really fought with this thing. And I want to thank you today. I appreciate you. You can come and speak, mommy.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you too. You know, it's not an easy task to take on cases of such huge it's just huge problem, you know, but you know, there's nothing too big for God. Everything that he puts in your way, he takes care of. Like we say, 1,000 days is 1,000 years is like one day to go. And so when God said, be still, you be still, and you just listen for him. You know, he said, you can't put your faith in the arms of flesh, because the arms of flesh will fail you. You cannot put your trust in the arms of flesh. So, and that's what happened when we got the case in the beginning. We tried to put our trust in the arms of flesh, and the arms of flesh failed. And so we had to go right back to what we knew. We go back to God. And here it is today. We're giving God all. God gets all the glory. No man gets the glory. God gets all the glory. And we say thank you. And like you said, those little things, just like walking. See how Charles is describing how heavy that leg is. And whereas we got legs and we say, oh, my foot too tired, man, I feel like going to take. Oh, they 40 every day. Whereas somebody else wishing they had a normal leg just to get up and go and play with their friends or just to walk around. See how hard walking is, how difficult walking is for a little teenager. Those little things that we take for granted. We must appreciate it, and we must appreciate God. We must appreciate each other, you know. Life is not an easy place. It's not an easy thing. And we just have to appreciate the little things in life. And, you know, that's what it is. And trust God. Trust God through the process. And just be still and give it to him in his own time. You know, they say God is never late. But you know, the process of waiting on God's time, sometimes you get frustrated in the process. But that's what he said. My grace is sufficient for you. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. You just be still and watch me. So we just want to say to everyone out there, you know, those who donated to the GoFundMe, like we say, it was a handful of people they donated from their heart, and we truly appreciate them. Most of the donations we got were from strangers, and it's not like we don't donate to causes too. We didn't donate to causes too, and sometimes we donate anonymously, but we donate too. But and we're gonna continue donating, you know. But just because people just refused and rejected our case, or you know, didn't donate, doesn't mean that we won't donate. Because you have to give for God to give you. God said, "Open your hand. What is in your hand, give it, and I will replenish." And that's what we will continue to do, because we see that's where the favor falls. When you open your hands to other people, God triple what you give out to other people. And so we're just gonna continue in our line and keep it moving.
And I would like to welcome Kalon on the live today. Kalon, welcome, dear. And the thing is that what Paul saw me is that we went to all the biggest platforms and they refused us. All the biggest platform, all the people you see making noise, they're just making noise though. The cases that are in their heart. Even the lady was explaining like brand news agency that she went to one radio station. The people wouldn't even allow her to enter into the radio station. Yeah, they just talk. Let me tell you. And one thing you should give it, and I will post about this thing today. One thing you should give it for like brand women advocacy network. When we get your case, we will see. It will take time. Oh. You see our child case take time, but we will see you to the end because we will be fighting in the back. It's not all about talking and flow show. We don't do that. We will fight with you to the end. In the back, because the pen is mightier than the sword. That talking proper is just at all. But when we're talking at the same time, we're writing and we seeking the help that you need. I mean, it was a back and forth, working with other people from UK, back and forth. Although we had to spend money for child support to do the measure going going to the hospital did not give us any discount. We spent over $700 just for him to even be seen by the doctor again. But it all was warfare. At the end of the day, Charles Tower life is about to change. Now, we have a transition house in Liberia. We also deal with rape victims. As you all know, we have an office in Liberia. We also have a transition house. We also work in collaboration with Justice Ministry. So we want you to know that. Now, we have a program that is coming up to help us do the work that we have to do. So we are asking you to be a part of this program. I would like to put the program up. We are asking you to be a part of the program. Yeah, so this is the flyer. It's out there. If you haven't gotten it, go on my page and you will see it. We're having a masquerade party kind of project, and it would be actually be a party. But you will get to know who Lawani people, what Lawani do. You will get to know some of the things that we have done in Liberia, and then you will also dance and eat. And that's the whole thing. And it would be a very beautiful party. We have, people that we're going to recognize on that night and everything. So we want you to come. The flyer is out there. You don't see, I'm going to share my page. Look at the flyer. It could be a mini vacation for you. We having it at the Sheraton Hotel. You can rent a room upstairs. Just call and say you're coming to that program. I don't know if they might probably give you discount or not, but you need to call there. And the program will last until 1 o'clock in the morning. So you can always sleep in the hotel for that night. Take it like a mini vacation for a course. Come, let's party with a purpose. You know, just don't go to party and just dance freestyle. Go there. At least the money you spend to enter, that money will be used to help somebody to change their life. Because we have those girls that are being molested in our house, and we have to make sure they transition back into society. We have to make sure we empower them. So the money that you will pay to us will help us empower these children. So, and that's some of the work that we do. We do a lot of other stuff, but we will not, if you want to know things that we do, follow our page, Liberian Women Advocacy Network page on Facebook. Our website will soon be coming up. So we're not going to come here every day and tell you, oh yeah, we're doing that, we're doing that. You will follow us. When you follow us, you will know what we're doing. But we know how to accomplish what we like to see the case to the end. We don't just take the people case and can't talk about it and drop them on the wayside. We make sure we see it to the end. I would like to welcome Kwame Opa Weeks, Liberian News Agency, to the platform. We really appreciate your work, sir. And we want to tell you thank you for sharing some of the things. And I want to also speak out there to you that the case you have with that lady who have two mulatto children, that case is also on our decks here in America. So we are working on that case, not through Liberia because she's going to the hospital. That's what you're working on. But we're working on getting her children back to her. So that's what we're working on. But we're still waiting for interaction with her niece. So we are on that as well because it was brought to us. But we're still waiting to get the interaction with her niece so we can be able to blow the case up. Because once we get her niece, you know, that Liberian Women Advocacy Network, the case will be blown up. A lot of people come and get in contact with their children. Once we able to go through that case and get at a certain point in the case, but coming, you should already know what we do. So if you are that said, so you come to the masquerade party, can support Lawani. It's for a good cause. That party for a purpose and for a good cause. That even if you spend your money, you eat the food, you drink some nice, you know, juices, and we will be having wine and stuff there. Although the alcohol will be for sale, but at least you will enjoy yourself. And at the same time, you will have live performances. We will have a DJ Levi Jones will be there in the house. He's one of the best DJ in the diaspora. So all that will be up, and you will have fun. At least you will give your money, and somebody will be helped. I mean, what more in life? What is life if you can't help somebody? Think about that. So if you are coming,
yeah, you talking about you gonna get it? People choose over there.
No, I giving them soda for free. When it comes to the alcohol, they get to pay for it, man. They get you soda. You want drink sparkling wine with no alcohol, you getting that one for free. But when it comes to the alcohol, may you find before you go upstairs in your room in a hotel, you need to pay for that one.
You said juice. I said, what kind of juice you talking about? Like king juice or what?
No, that sparkling wine, man. You will get a sparkling wine with no alcohol for free. They won't get tipsy before you go lay in your hotel room. You will have to pay for that one. If fair, at least you will get your free day food. You will get your hors d'oeuvres, all that one into it. So for the $5 for one person and for a couple is $80. I mean, you can't beat that. You know, you getting free food. You dance your night away. We'll find out what behind the mask because everybody will come after some time. You have to remove the mask so people to see you, and all that fun stuff will be going on. So it's what it's a what it costs. If you're coming, mommy.
Yeah, you know, I just wanted to close with it. My closing statement would be that the little things we take for granted, and other people don't have the opportunity to experience it. We just saw the Charles Starwood documentary, and we see how difficult it is for him to walk, how heavy that mask on his foot is, and here we are. When they tell us to get up and go do something, we're complaining and quarreling and all that kind of thing. So it's the little things in life. The little things are little, but they are impactful, and they do a lot of damage. The little things can do a lot of good, but the little things can also do a lot of damage. So we need to consider the little things in life. We need to start living life fully. If you say you are a humanitarian and you are passionate about something, you have to put your money where your mouth is. You know, you can't say you are a passionate person and you see a brother or a sister dying or a son, because Charles Starwood could be our son. You can't see him dying and just look the other way because you have some point or some kind of contention going on in your heart for somebody. You cannot do those kind of things. We are all one. I mean, we are all one people. This world is so small. You never know who you are connected to until that connection shows face. So I just want to say that let us consider life. Let us consider the little things in life, even for our own selves, you know. Get up and walk. If you're home, take a walk. Rest and take a walk. Even resting is a little thing, but it is major. Because if the body does not have enough rest, you can break down. You can get stressed out, and stress will kill you. Those little things. So make sure you are getting your rest. Make sure you're walking. Make sure you are getting rid of toxic people in your space because you need peace of mind. Peace of mind is a little thing, but it is very impactful, and we have to watch our space. The spaces that we're in, we have to watch it and make sure that our peace of mind is protected. Make sure your mental capacity or your mental is protected. Make sure everything about you is protected. Get out and go experience life. Take a drive like me. I go in the evening. I go for evening drive all by myself. I don't need nobody with me. In fact, it's even more pleasant. It's pleasurable when I just drive by myself. Go to the garden. I just came from the garden. The butterflies, the bees on the sunflower, all of that. Take some pictures. hang out with your children. You don't have to go on a major vacation with your children. Not everybody can afford to fly their children on major vacation, but take your son to the park. Take him for a walk. Take him, go out and eat. Take him for ice cream. Do those things, those little things in life. When it's time, because there will come a time when you will not be able to do those things anymore. You will be inside, you will be wanting to do it, but your physical has broken down to the point that you will not be able to do it. But then at least you will have the memories to fall back on and say, you know what? When I was young, I lived my life. Now that I'm old, I smile about the things I live. I live, you know, I smile about the life that I live and the things that I experience. And now I have the opportunity to tell my grandchildren about it. So live. Bottom line is live. Don't take life for granted. Life is too precious to just be wasted on foolishness. Take, you know, enjoy yourself. Enjoy life. Don't let hold you back. Don't let nobody hold you back.
Yeah, and I would like to say, yeah, Kalon, you asked for the price. Everything, all the information is on the flyer. It gave you detail. Once you look at the flyer, you will see the price is $45 a person. For a couple is $80. So if you're a couple, you are free from $5. We're trying to encourage couples to come, and also we're trying to encourage singles to come. A couple can be you and your friend. You don't have to be your husband. You don't have to be your boyfriend. You can bring woman to woman, could be a couple. Man to man could be a couple. Once you're two, you'll come and buy the ticket for the two of you at $80. So and that's it. And you know, you will have a night away from 7 o'clock to 1 in the morning. We have things, people who order state. I tell you, all you need to do is just book your hotel right at the Sheraton, the same place we're having the thing. You can book upstairs for that one night and enjoy yourself in the morning. Get up, you have free breakfast and leave the people hotel by 12. It means that you took a mini vacation. So and that's that we have to do this to help our people in Liberia. This course is meant for our rape and domestic violence victims. We shelter them, and so we want to make sure that they keep the shelter over their head before they transition into society. And that's why we're having this program. But you need to come out and support us. I would like to say those little things. You see, my son is 16. He and Charles Tawee is around the same age. And when I show him Charles Tawee, I show him Charles with his friends and stuff, and they were just like they couldn't even get over it. And then I show it to my little 9-year-old son. We have program. He even sang for Charles Tawee and to raise money for him. And later on, when the whole thing blew up and we started getting money in the go for me, I showed it to him. He said, "Oh wow! So, mommy, we have done a great job." I said, "Yes, and you were part of that." So I teaching him to do these little things as a child, you know. And I show my middle son, who is 16, that you got it good because look at you. You're 6'2" tall. You're a huge guy. You go to school. You know you're about to drive. You got your friends. You're hanging up playing basketball, riding skateboard. Look at Charles that way. He could be your friend. I mean, look, but he never had a chance in life, and we're only trying to give him a chance at life, and that's what we're trying to do. So count your blessings, no matter what they are. Make it special for yourself. It does not matter if it is important to anyone else. It just have to be important to you. So if you like flowers, buy your flowers and you smell it. If you like to eat milk candy, you sit down one day in your room, you say, today I will be facing my milk candy and I will be eating my milk candy. Those little things that matter because there will come a time you will not be able to face the milk candy. You will just crave for it. Then you will just think about all the time you were eating milk candy. It will just be nice. You know, you will smile about it. So those little things, people, we thank you for watching. This is Split Talk, the 9th generation. This platform is meant for Lawani. And we come here, Viewer and myself, every Sunday at 7 p.m. to just talk social issues and, you know, share our experiences with you and also learn from you. Popo, we want to welcome you, but we're about to go. I know you've seen something, but some people like us who have to go hustle for, oh Lord, food to eat. Oh, some people like us who have to go hustle for food to eat. When will we go for work? Yeah, but at least you can hustle for food to eat. Some people can't even hustle. So those little things, you have to appreciate your hustle, brother, man. You have to appreciate your hustle. If you want to say something?
No, I was telling him he got to appreciate his hustle. But after you are hustle, brother, you got to make time because health is wealth. You know, you have to make time. And it doesn't have to be a whole lot of time. Just take a walk around the block and come right back. 10 minutes walk.
I mean, on your hustle, you got breaks and you got lunch. That lunch, those little things. Look, let me tell you something. We're doing some work in Liberia, right? the people that are doing the work for us. Even the last time we had to go face our house in Congo Town where the girls are, and the carpenter faced the house. They both keep on calling, oh, you got any other job? But at least you get job to hustle. Your friend is looking for hustle. They can't even get hustle. Those little things important. When you go, you just in a place, you do your hustle. Your 30 minutes, you walk, you look at it, you look at the green grass, you take the fresh air in your face. You tell God, thank you that you even got hustle, brother, man. Y'all have a nice 4th of July. Tomorrow is the celebration. I'm sure I'm going to be going to the park and seeing the fireworks. I'm also going to be fixing food here and ready eating. You know, one thing about me, how to eat. I don't care. Fat, no fat, I'm eating. I've been dry too long. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Have a beautiful rest of your evening. God bless you, everybody. Thank you so